Hey everyone, today we're doing something a little bit different. Instead of going in the Francis Marion and looking for bricks, we are actually going to show you remnants of an existing plantation. It was destroyed in the earthquake in 1886. It's Crowfield Plantation. What I'm going to do is a longtime mayor, Michael Heitzler, had done a very good presentation recently on the Berkeley County Government YouTube page on Crowfield Plantation that gives you the history that brought it up to Crowfield Plantation. So I'm going to link that in the description. I really think you should watch that, even probably before you watch our video. But today we got one of our grandsons with us, and he's never been out here, so we are out here checking it out. So I'm starting at the sign. That kind of gives you a little bit of information, but again, that video I'm going to link is going to show you the house plans and everything. I mean, it's a really good video he did.
Watch ours first, though.
Yeah. No, I think you should watch theirs.
No, watch ours first. Always watch ours first.
All right. Well, here's the sign here. And right there, the sign's kind of dirty. I tried to wipe it off with some moss, but, you know, that didn't work out so good. So, but anyway, they have put some of the bricks around it. And we're not allowed to climb on the ruins, so I'll just kind of show you. See, these are like some of the bricks that we've been finding. Yeah. So this house was constructed in about 1730. So those bricks that we've been showing you in the other videos are somewhere around in that same age.
Yeah.
I wish we could find more information about the Fishbrook plantation and the Windsor plantation, but there's really not anything out there about it. I'm going to try, I may even try to reach out to Mr. Heitzler. He's a historian. He's written 3 books or 4?
Something like that. I don't
At least 3 that I know of. And, you know, those 2 plantations are one of the first plantations before the plantations on the Cooper River. So, you know, I don't think there's any pictures or anything. I have been searching.
One thing that stands out to me, I mean,
the lines and all too.
The bricks are kind of like what we've been seeing in the forest. They're kind of non-uniform, not real squared. You have different indentations in them. You have different color contrast. I mean, so all that kind of goes into the fact that they were handmade and they used what materials they had to make the bricks.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty neat stuff. Still got some mortar here for some. Mm-hmm. And that's what we've been finding in the forest too.
Yeah.
So
there we are. Didn't have to go hunting under piles for those.
Yeah.
But before I show you that, I'm going to show you, speaking of piles, if you look over here, there's a pile of rocks, similar to what we've been finding out in the forest. So I thought that was pretty neat to see all of that. And plus, you know, from where it collapsed, you've got all of these, I mean, it goes all the way out around the edge. All these rocks, or bricks, I shouldn't say rocks. They look like rocks now because they've kind of crumbled. But I think this is just so neat. See how this, I mean, it's just so neat to see part of a completed plantation from 1730. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Kind of looking at the overall footprint of this, it looks similar to the size of the Fishbrook site that we found.
Yeah.
So it's kind of similar in size, I would guess.
Yeah. Now we are not allowed to climb on this, which, you know, makes total sense. But looks like there was 4 fireplaces. There's 1, There's one. And there's one. I think that's one there that has fallen.
Stand up here, you can still see the archway from the fireplace up here, yeah.
Yeah. And you can see where it's kind of collapsed. I think that was a cellar somewhere down there. You know, that's where they kept their cold stuff.
Maybe. I know we were looking, but you look at the bank and you look at how the bricks have crumbled. Looking here at where the openings are, I think this was actually a raised plantation, and all the bricks from that earthquake made it crumble down and made it appear like it's sitting on a hill. But I think these are just bricks that had crumbled off of the off of the house.
You can see the bricks all here, kind of, and there's some right there.
If you look at the thickness of the walls, that is pretty impressive, and that size was all the way up. You can imagine the number of bricks it took to go in here.
Yeah.
One thing now looking at that stands out, what we were looking at with that place at Windsor where we had the
steps.
This looks very similar.
It really does
to what we were seeing with the pattern.
Yeah.
At the Windsor place.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
It's sitting right in the middle of the golf course. I just heard somebody hit on the other side over here. And then you've got all the golf course over there as well.
Yep.
So hopefully somebody will yell 4 if a ball's coming to us.
It won't be the first time I've been hit.
Yeah, I don't want to be hit by a golf club. But you can see. So neat. So much history. You can see where there's a solid piece right down in there. And this side view. So cool. Walk around this side. There used to be a avenue of oaks here, and looking down there's a couple of trees left.
Yeah.
But not too many. This is the corner of the house. You can see where they put the cement there. Or some type of mortar. I'm not sure exactly what they use, but you can see how thick it is. In the corners. See, got another hill, and there's some more of it on this corner. So cool. See all this history. Let's see some of it right in there. Trying to show some of the whole pieces that are still together as opposed to individual bricks like we've been showing. There's a window. See, we got another opening down here. I think that's where the fireplace was. No, because there's a fireplace right there. Let me see.
Yeah, you get a good view of the fireplace from over here, Kath.
Okay. I'm just kind of taking it all in right now.
Yeah.
All these whole pieces. So neat. Look at the thickness of that wall. See a little bit of wood. Yeah. Well, got a storm coming this way, so it's getting pretty windy.
The one thing that I haven't seen is, how on the bricks we found at the Windsor, it had that kind of black looking glazing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any bricks with that on it. So, with them saying that there were multiple brick makers back in those days, I wonder if that's a product of the brick maker that they intentionally put some type of glazing on the bricks for the Windsor.
I don't know. It's a good question. We definitely need to talk to some people because I've got so many questions I'd like to have answered. You can see inside the fireplace even has those little etchings in there. And you got a window there.
Look in that section. Looks like they transitioned to maybe some different bricks or somebody laying it differently. But, I mean, you get a lot of erosion with the mortar here, but then you get up this high, and the mortar is in real good shape. So, not sure why.
Oh, hello, Mr. Lizard. He's like, what you doing in my house? This is my house now. He's hiding under the bricks now. See where it all crumbled on this side now. I wonder if that was a... No, because that was a window. I was thinking that could be a big window, but maybe with all of these bricks, it's just kind of failed.
No.
Maybe it was part window and some of it.
It looks like it was more designed that way to me.
Oh, I see a golf ball. See it right there. Right there.
Yep. Another one there.
Yep. Another golf ball there. Is there a market for used golf balls on eBay?
I don't know. No, this looks, you know how it's flat and you can see the brick or the mortar, how they pasted on there. That was more intentional.
Look how that one brick is kind of dug out. That's interesting.
I guess it could be because you see it's got mortar up here as well.
Yeah.
So maybe it did break down. You might be right.
You know, and that mortar right there looks like initials or something. You see that?
Well, from what I've seen in a lot of different areas, looks like they've scratched different patterns in there and all.
But that's TM.
Yeah, somebody probably.
Maybe a Middleton?
No, huh? Maybe some vandal got up there and scuffed their initials in there at some point.
But how can you do that with cement?
You can gouge it in there. You get a piece of metal or something.
Somebody climbing up there.
Yeah, but that's human nature.
No, not just
nature.
human. Let's see what this golf ball is. Titleist. Practice. It's a practice ball.
Apparently they need more practice.
They need more practice if they're hitting it all the way over here.
Yep.
Does that one say practice too?
Not that I can tell. Yep, it does.
It does. Some practice balls. Yeah. No eBay money for those. Not that I'd do that. Anyway. These bricks.
And we're nowhere near the driving range, so I know things didn't come from that.
No.
I'm thinking somebody at one of these houses over here was chipping from their house or something. See how close they could get it to over here.
It's just so neat to see all these bricks and part of a house.
Yeah.
Part of the plantation out from 1730.
Yeah,
this is just awesome.
It kind of helps you visualize what we've been finding.
Yeah.
A little better.
It does.
I mean,
hopefully this helps you guys.
Well, it makes us understand why it's mounded up.
Yeah.
And that is pretty neat.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
So to me, this is actually better than going to a full functioning plantation house.
Yeah.
So
let's see about any.
That was one of the oaks from the avenue. They said it was a mile-long avenue of oaks.
Wow.
So that's pretty long.
Can you imagine walking through that, riding through that? See, there's bricks kind of scattered throughout everywhere here.
I'm sure
probably
people have tossed them.
Kids, yeah. As you walk the path to the fish ponds, observe the traces of gardens constructed 300 years ago. And here we go.
Yeah, see, storage is full. Oops.
Let's see, that's an old one. Hope all this wind isn't coming through. It's really windy. We were hoping to get this done before it rained. We're actually wanting to go out back in the Francis Marion, but with temperatures yesterday 75 and 75 today, afraid the snakes might be out. So this one right there. You know what? These oaks aren't as big as those ones in Jericho.
Yes, I know. Michael had mentioned that earlier, and I was telling him these are 300 years old, and those ones in Jericho have got to be 400 years old.
Yeah. It's a pretty walk through here.
I wonder if these magnolias are from remnants of the original gardens and such.
I see some beech trees though.
Yeah.
Ever since you pointed those out to me, now I got beech tree on the brain.
They've become one of my favorite trees, beeches and hickories.
Oh, I see a sign over there too, so we'll go see what that is too. Let's see what this sign right here is first. I think we found a couple other places in the plantation where the rice fields were. Might try to go over there today. And I want to get bit by a snake. Okay, that's a garden mount.
That's a much better.
Oh, here's a very clear. Let's see. See if y'all can see that. Huh. So see, this is the garden mount. So this is where we are right here. The mounts were popular in English garden landscapes during the 16th to mid-18th centuries. The custom was carried over to the Carolina rice lands in the 1730s. The mount has been defined in English usage as an artificial hill from which one could view the gardens. It is believed to have been 16 to 18 feet high, with spiral paths ascending to the top. Oh, wow. I wish they had it here now.
Hey.
Is that it over there? Because that's a tall mount.
Yeah,
let's go over there. So. Let's go see.
Hey, it's not tall as that sawdust pile.
Yep, it is. It's a mount. That's it. Not allowed to climb on it, like Greg did on the sawdust pile.
Nobody told me not to climb that one.
No, I know. It doesn't have any signs around it saying not to. But this is the mound here. And to me, I'm sure it was probably higher than this. But
I see another sign over here.
I see a woodpecker tree. I'm gonna have to do another video. I see a woodpecker tree. That's neat. So that's one of the mounts there that you could climb to look over the landscape.
Yeah.
Over the gardens.
Yep. I guess that was before they had aerial cameras.
Yeah.
The drones.
Let's get back on the path just in case there's a snake in here. And wear my boots today. He's doing his video. So he's got a YouTube channel. Did you read what that is over there?
Yep,
that mountain? Yeah, yeah. So we're going over here. This must have been one of the fish ponds.
Yep.
I hope these people that live by the fish pond didn't think we're trying to video them.
I don't care.
Huh?
I don't care.
You don't care. I care. I don't want them to call law on us.
Nope. Don't care at all.
They probably won't, though. I'm sure they're used to people coming out here. Oh, this sign is dirty, too.
Look over there on the other side.
Oh, there's a big old alligator.
Two.
Oh, that's a huge one. Michael, come look at the alligators. I don't know if you can see them.
Not sure you can pick them up on the GoPro.
Yeah, you probably can't pick them up. There's a huge one, and that must be the baby.
Yeah. Sitting right in somebody's backyard.
Yeah, sitting in somebody's backyard. Hey.
So,
okay.
For what we were talking about earlier, if the alligators are out, you could anticipate a snake might be out too.
Exactly. If the alligators are out, that's very true.
All reptiles, and they're all looking to warm up their bodies.
Yep. 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 This is one of the fish ponds. Well, that's cool. All right, I'm going to see if I can get a little bit closer view of the alligators with my cell phone. Okay, so that's the main house there. And then over here is another building. They called them a flanker.
And what I'm assuming those flankers were, maybe one of them was a kitchen or some other building associated with the upkeep of the house. But you know, with what we've been finding at some of these other locations, particularly at Fishbrook, where we saw mounds kind of scattered around it, maybe those were some type of flankers for that house. So again, I find a lot of similarities between this location and the locations we've been seeing, and kind of answers some questions for me. And so I think this was a really good visit for us. I think we needed that.
Yeah, I think so. The bricks go all the way out.
Yeah, I see a whole brick. I know you like those.
I do. I see a few of them actually over there. Yeah. I'm not going to try to go through there. I'm afraid I might stake
look in
from
that
there.
corner. There's actually a formation there.
Exactly.
A corner.
Yeah. Yeah, sure is.
Yeah.
Probably can't. Well, that whole wall, you can see that whole wall. I'm not going in there because I'm afraid there might be a snake somewhere loose in there.
I would assume the difference between this plantation house versus the ones at Fishbrook and Windsor, this plantation has been a little bit more controlled through the years. So that, especially in recent years, whereas the Fishbrook and Windsor, they went from plantation to being purchased by timber companies to then going into national forests, where there's really no upkeep on those, and they just continued to crumble and deteriorate. Versus this, they've had people kind of monitoring it to keep it at least in some semblance of what it used to be.
Yeah.
So
that's neat.
Yeah.
So I walked to the other side of the house because they said there was a flanker, an exterior building, on both sides of it. So I came over here because I saw this mound. You know how we find mounds, and usually we find bricks. Well, I did. I found some bricks. So I think this was the setting of the other one. Kind of give an outline here, and see these are all bricks too. So and it comes out even probably from collapsing, but if you kind of look at it, you can see kind of a square goes here, and then it goes there and down and back. So this might have been a pretty good size one here. That mound over there? No,
tree.
That tree?
I'm assuming this tree maybe is
a descendant.
If not a remnant, then a descendant of something that was there. I'm not familiar with that kind of tree. I don't know what it is.
Maybe a descendant from this
I've not seen one like that. Not here, not natural out in the forest or anything. So I'm kind of wondering whether maybe that's something that they brought in from wherever.
Do your Google thing and go up to it, see if it'll tell you what tree it is. Me, I'm going to that mound over there. See, here's another brick right there. Kind of scattered throughout this area. These golfers probably think we're crazy. Let's see, there's another pond. Oh, there's a sign over there. I bet that was Greg, I bet that was the other fish pond over there. I see another sign. And walk up here. I don't see any golfers around, so I don't think I'll bother them. Well, there's some to my left, but they're a little ways. Let me see what this might be. I think that's just a mound of dirt when they were maybe building the golf course, the different holes. Oh no, I see bricks. I found bricks. Looky here. Just call me the brick finder. Oh my. I don't know if there's any in that pile, but they're definitely in here. What is a big tree? Crisis. I'm not going to knock back any of the leaves. I don't want to disturb a snake if he's trying to wake himself up. There's another brick over here. Yup. We have bricks. See a hole. I don't think the well would be this far from the house. And it's small. Could have been a small well, I guess. Maybe they knew. Alright. So, on the other side, so you got the house. I have to look now every time I hear somebody hit a golf ball, because that one just landed right there. But there's the house there. And then got this sign here. And there's the reflection pond. I don't see alligator around it, but I see a bunch of turtles and a few birds. But you can see the big holes down that way. We might walk around there.
One what?
Right there.
Another ball. Alright, you don't need to quit hitting the balls in my direction. Well, here's another sign over here. A deer's been here. There's deer poop.
Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
What are y'all looking for? Your ball is right over here.
Huh? No, they don't want you to bring it to them. They have to hit it where it lies.
Oh, crap.
See?
Yeah, you hit it where it lies.
Aww.
Now you might get some relief on the
Looks terrible.
that
Come on over
piece
here.
of,
Tell us exactly.
moss that's there, so you might get to move that.
No, well, we're going to walk down and see if I can see some avenue of oaks. So we're in another part of Crowfield Plantation to check out a couple of these mounds, thinking they're part of the old rice field thing. Yep, I'm looking out for snakes. Oh, somebody has a path here. Okay, that's good. I'm okay with a path.
Exercise ring closed.
Oh, even put a little bridge. Huh.
Looks like a roadway.
Oh, you're right. From our other videos, this looks like a roadway right here. See, we got a ditch on this side.
Yeah.
And a ditch right there. But this looks like a roadway right here. Huh.
Now, whether this is an original roadway from, whether it's an original roadway from the colonial times or whether it's something later, I'm not sure. But it's when I think West Vaco ended up buying it. I think I remember the date being 1930. So I'm not sure they were still doing those trams at that point, but maybe. Could have been the tram.
Or like someone nailed a board to two trees over here. Y'all look out for snakes. Looks like somebody's been maybe sleeping here. Use them as a fort. Yeah.
Well, there's a pathway that goes
and there's a
back
path.
here,
So, I mean, it's like a steady path. So I wonder if somebody might have been staying in this area.
Well,
Is that a golf ball?
Or there's just kids.
That was a golf ball all the way over here.
Somebody's way off course with that one.
Yeah.
Somebody's gotta, you know, do that thing. Come over here.
I mean, it looks like they had been here a while because, I mean, there's distinctive paths.
There's another bank back here, Ken.
Oh, I see another bank, yeah. I see the bank that starts right here on the right and goes all around.
Well, with that one, I'm not sure it's not associated with that ditch.
That ditch,
over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
And this may be too, because I think that's the ditch way that goes out to the bridge that's over here.
Yeah. What is that stuff over there?
That's
What?
fencing.
Is it?
Fencing.
It's that muck catcher or whatever when they're doing construction type stuff.
Getting close to this ditch. Oh, look at that beech tree. Oh my goodness, he's big.
Yeah, this is
That's
all
part
more
of the ditch.
just ditching associated with the development.
Some been digging in there.
Wasn't me.
Not me either. All right. So we're in another part of Crowfield Plantation. Our grandson pointed this out to us. So another part of the rice field.
Yeah, it's another part of the rice field that's right near the lake system, right off the lake system. It's in the low-lying areas, just like we've seen in the National Forest. The only difference here is you look this way, and it's got houses right behind it. So it's just real crazy. You got this old-time 1700s rice field bank right here amongst all the new modern houses and housing. A lot of the rice field banks, we think, are kind of covered up by the lake. I think Mayor Heitzler had mentioned that in his video, that a lot of those were covered up by the lake. So
now some of them are wetlands.
This is pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
So
yep, kind of goes that way and then kind of curves.
Yeah. Then we have a circular
we got
mound here that we're not really
area.
sure exactly what it is. And
we didn't find any bricks.
No. may or may not be associated with the colonial stuff, but I don't know. Michael said that farther up that way, there's the bank makes a hard right, has a right angle, which was what I expected. They continue to cut them up. Yeah, he's pointing that out now where it's at, but it's about 100 yards up there. So,
yeah.
So anyway.
Oh, that's neat.
Well, our day is starting to come to a close. Made a little bit of discoveries around. I think seeing the Crowfield ruins really reinforced what we've been finding in the forest and our notion of what it is, and gives us better perspective on how those plantation houses were set up. So cool area here, from the same era as what we've been finding. I've got the rice fields here. So again, it's this colonial history in the low country of South Carolina is kind of scattered throughout the state, from all the way down to the Savannah River, all the way up to the outer edges, upper edges. So it's just our little neck of the woods, and this is what we like to do and what we like to see.
Yep, and we got this one right here interested in history now. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next adventure.